the Turd. Hey gang, today we're going to go over to a buddy's yard where I've got a car stored. We're going to see if we can get this thing running. We got to pull some wheels off of it because it is not drivable, but the plan is to figure out how to make it drivable so we can get it home. This is an 81 Oldsmobile Cutlass G-body. She's got a 455 in her, so stay tuned.
High-performing V8 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. You only catch one like this once in a lifetime.
Why is it all the way back in here? It's stuck. Broken fingernail. Honey, I can't get that.
Me, Dizzy B, and Old Blue Seal. We're hitting the road. We're gonna go try to resurrect a dinosaur. Infamously known as the Turd. The Turd. And we've got to get some tires put on it so she's rollable. I don't think that we're gonna drive her home today, but we might try to do a little will it run action. So let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose. Here's our 455. Nice loose air cleaner with nothing on it. Let's see what we got going on here. Is she loose? Yep, she's loose. Cool, cool. Now I know this battery's toast, so we're gonna take this battery out and throw on the battery that's in the truck. Let's get going on that. And negative, positive, and we wire this through the handle. This guy, dude, I ain't gonna say who did this, but what a hack. Ugh. You guys gotta see this. Alright, so we have this power wire, which I guess that's keyed 12 volt. That goes down here, all twisted in with a twist nut just like that, but we passed it totally over the battery like this dude. I'm telling you. Alright, hang on. We need power, so we're gonna steal the battery out of Blue. we're totally just doing this on a whim. So if it works, cool. If it doesn't, we got to change out these wheels anyway. So we brought some jack stands and a jack so we can pull these wheels off. Okay. There's the negative. Where's my starter? Down there. We need a little jack action. She's sitting a little bit low. So apparently this thing has not drop spindles, but it's got lower control arms from an S10. And since we're getting under it anyway, we'll bring our jack stands too. But here's a cool little hack for you. You ever tried to drag a floor jack across the floor and it just sucks because it doesn't want to go anywhere? Check this out. There you go. You're welcome. What's under that hood?
A bottle.
My overflow bottle right here. Bowden's Orchards. That was in this truck when I got the truck back in the toolbox, so I had to incorporate that. And then here is my oh shit kit, where I keep extra filters. And of course we have these on quick release, and I had to change that one out yesterday because it was full of sediment and this thing kept dying while I was driving it. So a parking lot and about 2 minutes of time, and I was on my way. Oh, she's low. That'll do. Nope. So here's another something for you. When you guys lower your cars, you gotta watch that slum line. Those lower control arm cups right there that drop this thing down 3 inches. Man, they sit lower than the rims. So when you have a flat, you're plowing dirt. That's not good at all. But I'm gonna get this thing up in the air, get some jack stands under it, and then we'll crawl underneath here when we know it's stable, and we will hook up our cheater switch, and we'll see if we can get this girl, see if we can get her to bust off. So hang tight. It's windy out here. I got homeboy over here with a leaf blower, so I'm just gonna time lapse this while I get this thing up in the air, and we will rendezvous here momentarily. Oh yeah, and here, look at this tire. It's got a little bit of a wobble to it. I'm not really sure what's going on. Yeah. You probably can't see this, but down in there where this beat the hell header has been smushed in here. Down there somewhere is the starter. This right here is the power cable to the starter, which is, it's fine. But there's a remote wire in there somewhere as well, which I can't really get to, although it might be one of these guys. I gotta try to get down there and see. I think it's gonna be that one. So since we can't get to that, maybe we can tap into that. It's windy, I'm sorry. I want to see if I can see anything. Come with me. This will be fun. If you guys crawl up here and look up there, maybe you can see a starter. Or if we crawl in here together, lug nut, lower back, there's a starter. I see two wires. I don't know which one is which. Let's see if you guys can get in here. All right, if you guys can get in there. All right, so you got them two wires right there. Which one does what? I see a white wire coming off of this thing, going up, which is a bigger one. And then I got two other wires coming off of this thing, and I can't see that either. Yeah, they dry rot. Not the one. We will try purple, because typically with a GM, that is the one. Down the yapper here. All right. All right, are we getting spark? Let's find out. No spark. When you take a G-body Cutlass, whatever, G-body, and you put a big block on it, like old 455, a couple things you don't do. You don't beat the hell out of the headers to make them fit when clearly it does not, because then you can't get to anything. And when you have a big block and you lower the front end to where this thing could plow gravel, you probably want a little bit more bite on your lug nuts. Can you see that? Like, that's it, watch. They're look at that. Longer wheel studs maybe. Better lug nuts. And this dude was driving on this thing. Like, that's not cool. It's not cool at all. Well, at least those only weigh like 4 pounds, so there's a plus. But you guys are like, but Robert, you don't have a 4-way or an air ratchet. This is how tight these work. Like, I can stick my foot here and I can crack these. So you want to talk about a death trap? Holy crap. So I was hoping to harvest a lot of stuff off of this car. You know, A-arms, disc brakes, obviously the 455 with the K heads on it, so that's pretty amazing. Rear end, it's a, what is it, it's a 323 posi rear end, I think, out of like a 65 GTO. Turbo 400 transmission with a shift kit and a stall. Motor's got a cam in it. So lots of goodies. Lots of goodies. Totally have a booger. Sorry about that. All the tips, tricks, and drips. If anybody wants some of these fine center line billet queen tri-winged, whatever you call them, you can pretty much have them. As a matter of fact, if you've got a set of GM Steelies, I'll swap you. You know, nice Steelies, preferably rallies. Rallies would be great, but let me know what you got. But I think that's gonna wrap it up here for now. Probably gonna get back up here maybe tomorrow with the key, because I can't find the exciter wire for the coil to tap into. And before you call me a rookie or anything like that, dude, the wiring on this car, it's something. You know, we've got wing nuts for house wiring on here. Definitely not auto quality wiring. Probably something out of his TV or something.
Relax, all right? My old man is a television repairman. Got this ultimate set of tools. I can fix it.
But it worked, right? So there's points for that. So good for him, good for me, and good for you, because we get to watch it all happen. So I'm gonna close this guy up. Probably come back out here tomorrow. See if we can go find one of them questionable tire shops here somewhere in the city to see if we have rubber to fit those. I didn't even check and see what size they were. They're probably 14s or 15s. You know, that unobtainium size stuff. Let's see what we got here. They're 15s, so I'm sure nobody in the city has any type of tire that'll fit on these. If not, we'll find something else. We'll come back out here, we'll throw it on, and at the very, very least, we can roll this thing up onto a trailer and get her home. So we'll see. So I'm gonna put Blue back together. Hopefully we're gonna fire her up and we're gonna get her back home, and we'll call that a day. So, neat. Hernandez Tire and Automotive. In the ghetto in San Antonio.
Reshoot that.
But That's where the best tire shops are at. Come on. You know. Yeah, you know. It's my buddy's brother. They do exhaust work, and they've done exhaust work on all my cars. Not so much on the tire side. This is the tire side, so that's why we're here. So we're getting some tires so we can have some rollers on the front of the Turd, and Turd might be coming home soon. It should be fun. We are back at home. Getting a little bit windy out there. Apparently there's a cold front coming in, and I've got time, so there's no sense in being miserable. So we're done for that. Yeah. We got some tires put on. They're cool. They're a little bit taller so that we're not dragging control arm, because they didn't really lower this car very well. I think tomorrow, probably gonna go back out there. We'll bring a gas tank. We'll get some fuel line. We'll run it up. We'll grab the key, which is what I was gonna do over here. Oh, there's the key. All right. So I got the key. They're good to go. So tomorrow, gas can, fuel line, key, jack, 4-way. Oh, we forgot the 4-way today. Luckily those wheel studs, lug nuts, whatever you want to call them, weren't on very well, and we might actually bring some of those with us too. Those are the acorn style ones. There wasn't enough thread sticking out for my liking. I only went about halfway through the lug nut. I don't think that's very smart. I do have a stash of them here. Let's see if we have the right type. You know, we want the ones that have a long shank on them, and we don't. Well, hopefully those are enough to get us home. So we're gonna give that a shot and check it out. I brought the battery home from the Cutlass. We're gonna see if that decides to do anything for us. Here's our 4-way. Put it over here by our jack and the rest of our travel tools. There's the battery that we brought back. Oh man, what does this say on here? We can't even see a date on there. It's annihilated. And that one's done charging, so let's see what happens with this one. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we got charged there. We're gonna let that one charge up a little bit longer. It's almost done. Another 2 hours maybe. That's what it looks like. And then we'll see if this other one does anything. It didn't even register, so we'll see. But now I think me and the missus, we're gonna go find us some dinner. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. You know, all that other stuff, like the like and share and thumbs up and comment and all that stuff, because it helps, I suppose. Anyway, stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled. We'll be back. We're back. We're gonna play with our Turd today. We got tires, gasoline, water, a battery, our jack, tools. It's gonna be fun. So right now we're gonna go ahead and throw the wheels back on, rescue our jack stands, wire in a fuel tank, and see if we can bust this thing off. Oh, we brought the keys too, so that should help. So check it out. Stay. You know what we're missing?
What?
We're missing the boss man. This is his kind of car. Like, that's got him written all over it. spacers on here too. Well, I guess we'll leave the spacers on because I'm sure they're there for a reason. Caliper probably rubs on these because of the offset. All right, it's just got to get us home, right? Just a couple miles. Gotta lube it up. It helps. So you don't like this car, huh?
No.
Why not?
It's ugly.
It's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
It's called the Turd.
It is called the Turd. I wonder, oh, did I bring, I didn't bring vice grips. Vice grips would have been cool for rolling the windows down.
Do you want me to go get them?
Alright, so we definitely have more tire, which is good. So we gotta put her up in the air just a little bit more.
So please tell me why this car is so special to you.
Why is it what?
Why is it so special? Why is this ugly turd?
Oh, I don't like the car at all. I like the engine that's in the car.
Okay.
And you're gonna hear it for yourself here shortly.
Oh, lovely.
455, baby. It's a big block Olds. Pre-emission.
Look at these tires.
And I don't know why, but people like these cars for lowriders. I think it's because it's a unibody, so it'll flex. So if they go three-wheel, they can get that wheel up in the air. Yeah, we're not going to be drifting in this thing. We got about 4 threads holding these wheels on.
You know, I'm going to be praying the whole drive home for you. The whole time.
Yeah, it makes 2 of us.
Lord. Oh, your finger's dirty.
Splintered. Oh, there you go. Now you're sitting up better. You know, Oldsmobile predates Henry Ford, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Not that I would know why. I don't know what I mean.
I forget his name. But yeah. He was a German. Should probably look that up. That'd be great.
Okay.
You could Google that. You could inform our viewers. They probably know. But Oldsmobile through, I'd say, the mid 60s all the way up to about 72, they were known as a luxury muscle car. Somewhere in between just brute power like Mopars, or lackluster on the interior packages and stuff, but not as much as a Cadillac or a Lincoln. But that's why we have this, because it has a 455.
Which it says right there.
Which,
I made sure to put the sticker on it.
well, this one's been built too, so this one's probably, I'm gonna say this one's probably pushing about 3 350 horse, which is pretty good.
Probably smells like 350 horses inside of it.
Well, to put that in perspective, our Jeep is probably 85.
Well, that's good. It's meant for the kid.
Yes, sitting way better. Though she doesn't look like she's gonna plow gravel. So if you come over the front and you get a picture under the front of this car, you'll see the lower control arms. And you can see how they've been extended 3 inches to make a deeper spring pocket to make the car sit lower. But if you look at those in conjunction to where the bottom of the rim is, you've got T-flat tires and you're plowing asphalt. So that's why when you lower a car, you gotta do it the right way. Well, at least close to the right way. Can you pull the hood release? Hold it forward a little bit.
It's pulled. As you can see, I am pulling it. Yeah, it's pulled.
Hood sticks a little bit.
It's probably turds.
Well, we don't want to jump.
You want to damage the paint?
No, people like this hood or this front grille.
Oh.
You know what that means? We're gonna looby-dooby that up. But what we'll do is we'll check for spark before we get all crazy on stuff. Oh, it's a tight fit. Perfect. There's a positive. I am tapping into the wire that tells the starter to engage. The starter's got a ground and the starter has power, but it needs something that tells it to use the power. So we got 2 things that we got to do. We got to do that, which is right, and then we also need the key, because by turning on the key it sends a signal to the distributor, and the coil's built into that because it's an HEI distributor, and that tells that to throw spark. That's what we didn't have yesterday, is we didn't have spark.
Because we didn't have the key.
Yep.
Greatly disappointed.
That is a replacement valance for that. It looks like it needs to sit out in the sun.
No treasures.
Nope, no treasures, but clean, pretty clean. You can see where they've done body work and stuff. You can see the Bondo wormholes. So that means they drilled into it a whole bunch of times. pulled it out with a slide hammer. Pretty good job though. I wouldn't have been able to tell. Before we do that, we're gonna disconnect the fuel pump. Because if this thing does start pumping, we don't want to pull up a bunch of garbage. Oh yeah, that fuel line's toast anyway. And hopefully the mechanical fuel pump works. We should probably backfill it just to get that diaphragm wet and moving. Alright, there's that. Got a little doobie doobie.
What are you doing?
Well, that's where the fuel tank's gonna go.
In the car?
Yeah. Check for spark. Make sure we got sparkage. Just jam a screwdriver and number 1 spark plug. Let's see if we can get it. See if we can get it to work.
Just gonna step away.
Yep, got spark. A good healthy spark. Give her some drink. All right, she'll run. Let's get her some gasoline. We want to try to get the fuel pump to start pumping its own gas. Let me fill this float. ones. Things flow downhill, right?
Yeah, I can stand there.
It's windy and dusty, and I feel boogery. Look at that jackass trying to fill up a car tire with a bike pump. Go for that 35. Is it working? Is it working?
What a lovely day.
Honk if you're horny.
Oh my gosh.
Idle's a little choppy. Oh, come on now. Should probably drink everything that was in the line. Drink it up. That looks like the return line is peeing on me. Oh yeah, we're gassing this thing. We need to cap that return line. Oh, that's good. Let's have the fuel line right by the header. That's totally awesome. The return line is picking up fuel, sending it back to the tank, but there's a hole in the line, so that doesn't do us any good. We're just dumping gas, and we got a bunch of dry material out here, so we don't want to start a fire. So I'm looking to see what I can do back here. All right, so there's the return line. So I suppose if we just take a little piece of, we'll just cut a piece of line off and fix it. About that long, so we'll fix that. I think we need some pliers for it. So this is the little return line basher right there. And it's got these little factory pinch clamps. I guess that's what you call them, but I don't really know. All right. And give you a little twist. All right, check it out.
Here.
This was their return line. I wonder why it was leaking. It's got more cracks in my ass. Oh yeah. You like all them noises? I bet you do. Probably laying with my head in old gasoline right now. That's okay, it's good for the hair. And this is just a return line, so it's not super high pressure. Oh, this thing's got air shocks. That's cool.
Oh my god.
All right, let's see. Yep.
That's a lot.
Oh, well, look at that. You know what that is?
No.
Well, that means that the thermostat opened up, and that means that the water pump's working. So that's cool. What that is that is the gooseneck for, or the water jacket for the upper hose. So there's a little pinhole in there, which is fine. I don't know if I have anything to fix that here, but maybe I do. Now we get to go MacGyver style. All right, let's see. What we need, we got zip ties and we got duct tape. We need a piece of hose. You saw some hose? All right. So we got a couple choices here. We could go see if we can find the gooseneck from the parts store, which is not a big deal. We could get some JB weld and try to JB weld it, or we could try to MacGyver it. Ooh, that's warm. Like she's been running or something. Don't try this at home, kids. Not recommended for ages 3 and up. All right, now, since we don't have a cooling fan, we gotta hook our electric fans back up. So that was some of that clever house wiring debauchery. I guess the key was hot. Or is that what this switch was? Ah, it was switched. How about that? Well, now we shouldn't overheat, hopefully. I'm gonna leave this open so we can watch it flow through. The one time that we did hear this thing run, I think it was running a little hot, but I don't know if we knew about the fan, and I don't know where the coolant was. I guess I'll put this back in too so the fender doesn't fall off. Oh yeah, it is leaking, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let me call the parts house and see if they got one of these. So me and Tenacious D, we just had a little bit of brunch dinner type of thing. Went to the auto parts store. We ordered the water jacket outlet thermostat housing slash gooseneck thingamajiggy, and it won't be until tomorrow morning. But we're still gonna drive this thing home. So we grabbed a little siphon pump so we can get the fuel flowing, and we also grabbed some JB Weld because we're gonna glue this thing back together and limp her home. So stay tuned, check it out. It's gonna be fun and probably pretty dangerous, so how exciting. JB Weld quick set epoxy, siphon filter. So we're gonna goop this thing up. Again, as I just told you, we have this part on order, but it's not gonna be available until tomorrow, and we wanna get this thing home tonight. So we're gonna goop this thing up and hold that it holds. And in the meantime, while that's setting up, we're gonna get our siphon going so we can have our constant fuel supply. The fuel pump does work off of a gravity feed system, so we just got to get that vacuum going so we have constant fuel supply, and that's where this little guy's going to come in, and hopefully we can make it all work. So check it out. So it wasn't a pinhole and it wasn't a crack, it's a hole right there. That's a pretty big hole. So we're gonna JB Weld this and hopefully it helps and gets us home. So let's give it a shot. All right, here we go. All right, so this guy right here, interesting camera angle. We're gonna go around this and bring it up. As best as we can. And so that gives us a little bit of play right here. A little bit of play. We're not sitting on steering components. We're not sitting on the header. So let's open this up. Pull that line off. All right, there we go. Now let's see if this siphon is worth a damn. There we go. We got gas. Come on. This is just like high school, man. Everything's difficult to screw. I'm sorry, what was that, Tenacious D? Was that a laugh? all right, mix it up, Speaking of mixing, did you know I DJ'd back in the day? Chugga, chugga, chugga. Okay. 6 minutes on that. So before I fire anything up, I'm just gonna let that kind of do its thing. We should probably see if we have lights, because I don't even know. Let me hook this battery back up and see if we got lights. Ready?
Mm-hmm. It's got lights. It's got one light.
It's got one light. Okay, how about brights?
It's not looking good.
Well, if one won't get you home, two never woulda. So we'll just leave it at that. All right, so I'm gonna let this set up. I'm gonna clean up and we're gonna fire it up, and hopefully, man, that'll get us home. I'm gonna tighten up the battery terminals too. But here we go. That's our fuel supply. There's our fuel line. Straight in. So we're gonna see what happens. Going, she's running. Oil pressure, temp, who knows? I think she's feeding herself. Well, there you go. Apparently she doesn't cool very well, and the transmission might be a little bit low. So we're gonna call this a day. Water pump, maybe. Thermostat, could be. I think our little patch probably blew out. So we're just gonna go ahead and let this thing do what it's doing. So that's cool. But she ran and she moved. So we're gonna call that a win. I think we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. And we'll probably trailer this thing home tomorrow. But you wanted to will it run? It ran. It sounded good, but it's got some issues. So we'll see you next time.
Wait. You can't get the truck out.
Why?
How?
Did you hear that? That's some woman shit to say right there. Say that again?
How are we gonna get the truck out?
There's like a ton of room. Well, it didn't work out so well. And we had Buckingham Fountain underneath the hood. Hot and steamy style. Okay, so maybe not Buckingham Fountain. Maybe more so like Old Faithful. So hopefully we didn't damage anything else. I don't think so. So I got a new housing. We're gonna change that out. We're gonna throw a thermostat in there. We're gonna give her a little bit more juice. I've got a pair of throwaway vice grips. We're gonna clamp off this return line so we stop leaking gas out of the gas tank. I don't know if we covered that yesterday, but the return line was feeding the gas tank, and either the gas tank is full, over full, or there's a split in the seam of the gas tank. Either way, it was dripping all over the place, and that's not a good deal. So I'm gonna get tooled up, cleaned up, and we're just gonna get it done. As you can clearly see, that is where it failed. That doesn't look so hot either. So we're gonna redo all that, get rid of that thermostat, clean it up, re-glue it, re-gasket it. We got a new gooseneck. And yeah. So we're just gonna take this guy, just like that. Hopefully that pinches our return line. Here goes nothing. All right, here's your update. As much as I really would love to try and drive this thing home, and yes, it's only 4 miles, but she seems to want to overheat. There's a pretty hot cam in this car, and it's got a stall speed, which means that you need all the RPMs, well, about 3,000 of them, to get moving. So I don't want to chance it. This is a big block. It's a nice engine. I don't want to crack it. It's got K heads on it. So it's a really, really good power plant for a future endeavor. So I'm gonna go grab a trailer right now. We're gonna get her loaded up, but she'll get onto the trailer under her own power, which 3 days ago, she would not. But she does like to run hot, so we're gonna have to get some more water, some more antifreeze. We'll fill her up, fire her up, get her on the trailer, take her home, fire her up, get her down, and you'll see all that happen. But it's been fun. All in all, I would say that this has been a successful will it run, and it will drive just onto a trailer. So there's that. Will it drive onto a trailer? We about to find out.
The answer is yes.
Got a Duke boy. Duke, yeah. Duke boys weren't 50 years old.
He's 49.
Oh.
it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
1981 Cutlass Supreme. Started out her life as who knows what. Has been molested, finagled, and fandangled to currently house a 1973 455 with K-heads, TH400 transmission with a 3,000 speed stall, shift kit, and a 323 posi rear end out of a 1965 GTO. Not too bad. So that's all we have on this thing for today. But you'll see her again. We've got some plans. We'll talk about it and we'll figure it out. Thanks for watching. Please, please, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We're this close to monetizing and I need your help. So let's push over that hump and make it happen. Bye, guys.
You're not gonna hate man.